Hi, my name is Bryan Thomas and I'm from the Kentucky Online Gateway Help Desk, and welcome to an introduction to the Kentucky Online Gateway, or as it is commonly referred to, KOG. KOG is the web-based single sign-on solution that hosts over 150 business applications used by the Cabinet for Health and Family Services, including the Kentucky Health Benefit Exchange, TAMES, and CARES, to name a few. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the user onboarding process and learn how to troubleshoot the various issues that may arise when using the Kentucky Online Gateway. Topics we're going to cover in this tutorial include creating an account and common account creation errors, retrieving a username, resetting a forgotten password, organization management, and I'm going to show you how to contact us if these troubleshooting solutions don't fix your particular issue or if you have other KOG related questions. So let's get to it. A couple of things before we begin. Please make sure you are using Internet Explorer 9 or above as your internet browser. On the screen, I will show you how to check which version you are using. Open Internet Explorer and click on the Help menu on your toolbar. Then choose About Internet Explorer. The Kentucky Online Gateway also works with Google Chrome and Firefox, but it works best with Internet Explorer. Please make sure you are accessing KOG from the correct URL or web address, and not from a previously bookmarked URL. The correct URL for KOG is https://kog.chfs.ky.gov/home/. Quick note, if you've accessed Connect in the past to sign up for insurance for you or a family member, you may already have a KOG account. If possible, please continue to use the account you have previously created for all KOG-related applications. Before you can do anything in KOG, you must first create a new account. While it isn't necessary to receive an invitation for a specific application before creating a KOG account, most users will. If you didn't receive an invitation and still want to create an account, you can take a break for this portion referring to invitations, and we'll pick you back up in just a moment. If you've received an invitation to an application, an email will arrive in your inbox from kogdonotreply@ky.gov. Open the email and you will see the body of the email contains a link to complete the process. Click on the link and the Internet Explorer will open to the Kentucky Online Gateway login page. Now, those of you who haven't signed into KOG by receiving an invitation can rejoin us. Welcome back. Just make sure you're accessing KOG from the correct URL. In the middle of your screen, you will see a large Create an Account button. Click on it. Complete the form, making sure to use a valid email address, and select 2 security questions that only you will be able to answer. For more security question choices, click on the arrow on the question drop-down box. Then click the Submit button. A new screen will let you know that your account is pending email verification. Check your email and a message from kogdonotreply@ky.gov should have arrived in your inbox. If you have not received the email after a few minutes, return to KOG and click on the Here link to have another sent. Open the message and click on the link to activate your account. Clicking the link in the account verification email will take you back into KOG, where you will be asked to verify the security questions you assigned when you created your account. After you type in the answers, click the Verify Account button. If you cannot remember the answers to your security questions, you will need to contact the Security Help Desk at area code 502-564-7576 and select option 1 from the menu. After your security answers are confirmed, you will receive a success message noting that you have completed Step 1. Click on the Step 2 link to proceed. After you have clicked on the Step 2 link, you will be returned to the Kentucky Online Gateway login page, where you will enter your username or email address and password to log in. If you are accessing certain KOG applications, such as the Kentucky Health Benefit Exchange, you are required to enter your personal information into the user verification form to confirm your identity. Another quick note, you should use your home address and personal telephone number instead of your business address and business number. Because Experian is trying to identify you through your personal information, entering business information instead will greatly reduce the chances of being verified online. Let's pause right here and take a moment to explain a little bit more about user verification in Experian, since a lot of users seem to have issues with it, and we understand. I'm sure most of you are asking, what is Experian and why do I need to provide my personal information? Remote identity proofing is a prerequisite to gaining access to all Kentucky Health Benefit applications. In order to verify your identity, we verify the data you provide against the Experian Credit Bureau in an attempt to find a credit profile match. Although Social Security number is listed as a field on the form, it is not required that you provide your SSN in order to be proofed. However, it does increase the chances of being proofed successfully and prevent wasting your time with any further steps. If you're unable to be verified online by Experian, you'll receive a message containing a reference code and a number to call the Experian Help Desk so that you can be ID proofed online. When calling Experian, you will be required to provide your reference code, including the dashes, so that you can complete the process. Now that identity proofing has been completed and you have clicked the Continue button, an organization user information window will open where you will enter your information, including your name, phone number, email, and title. Once you have entered the information, click the Save button. You will now see the Kentucky Online Gateway landing page, or Your Applications page, where you will be able to access the applications you've been granted access to. Simply click on the application name to open it. Some KOG applications, including the self-service portal, require multi-factor authentication as an added level of security. If you don't have Symantec VIP access installed on your machine, you will need to do so before you can access these applications. Here's how. When the multi-factor authentication page appears in KOG, click on the Get Desktop Token link. A new website will appear and you will click the Get VIP Access Desktop token as shown. Depending on which operating system you are using, you will select the Download for Windows or Download for Mac button. For our purposes, I will be showing the process for downloading for Windows-based machines. The page will advance and a dialog window will pop up where you will click the Run button. After clicking on Run, a license agreement will pop up. Please read this agreement and click the radio button next to I accept the terms in the license agreement. Then click the Next button. The program will begin to download. If a second window pops up telling you the Internet Explorer needs to be updated and closed, click on the OK button. Once installation is complete, a box will pop up letting you know that it has been installed successfully. Now you will need to register your newly installed token to your KOG account. Go to your desktop and you will see a new program icon that looks like a check inside a circle. It is called VIP Access. Double-click on the icon and it will open a small black box. You will need to create a nickname for your token. It can be anything you like. Something like My Token always works nice. Once you have entered your nickname, go back to the token application and click the icon that looks like two pieces of paper. Then go back into KOG and click in the Credential ID field. Right-click and select Paste. Do the same for the security code, then click the Continue button. Congratulations, you have been successfully onboarded. You may get an error message when trying to access KHBE applications for the first time. This is normal. All user verification requests by Experian are combined into batches that are synced with KOG every 30 minutes. If you have cleared the Experian identity proofing process and immediately click on the KHBE link, you will receive an error message. To resolve this error, you will need to wait approximately 30 minutes for the batch to sync to the system and try to access the application again. If you are still receiving the error message after 30 minutes, please call HBE Production Support to get this technical issue resolved. Now that we've talked about creating a new account, let's talk a little bit about issues that may come up from time to time during account creation. If you try to create a new account using the same email address as an account you have registered previously, you will receive an error message saying the email address you have specified already exists in the system. In this case, you will need to follow the process outlined later in this tutorial that explains how to retrieve a username and reset a forgotten password, or you will need to create a new account using a different email address. If you try to create a new account using a username that already exists, you will receive an error message that says, the username provided already exists. If you have a common first and last name, it is possible that someone else with the same name has already created an account. In this case, you will need to select a different username or simply add a middle initial or number to the username. After creating an account, you must validate it using the account verification email from cog.do-not-reply@ky.gov that was sent to the email address you used to create the account. If you do not complete the account creation process within 4 hours, you will receive an error message saying your account creation period has expired. When this happens, you will need to restart the account creation process all over again. If you created your account when you received an invitation to an application, you will need to be re-invited to the organization by your organization administrator. We will explain more about organization administrators later. When you receive the new invitation email, click on the link enclosed and then log in with your existing username and password. After clicking on the link in the invitation email, you may receive an error message saying the user's account was not found in the KOG database. In this case, you will need to have a new host file installed on your machine so that you can access KOG. To get the host file sent to you, along with instructions of how to configure, please contact the KOG Help Desk at coghelpdesk@ky.gov and enter host file entries needed in the subject line. When an invitation is issued, it is locked based on the email address and is only valid for that recipient. If you attempt to either create an account with a different email address than the email the invitation was sent to, or you try to log in with a different existing account that is associated to a different email address, then you will receive an error message that says, this invite is invalid for the current user. This is a security measure that was implemented to prevent users from forwarding invitations to other users outside of the organization or to personal email addresses. There may be several other issues that will arise which are normal but can create confusion. It seems like every website we visit has new usernames and passwords we have to remember. Sometimes we forget them. Happens to all of us. In case you forget, KOG has a couple of ways to retrieve them. We'll start with username. Navigate to the Kentucky Online Gateway login page and click on the Forgot Username link. Enter your email address into the provided field and click on the Submit button. If you have already created an account using that email address, a success message will be displayed. You will then receive an email from cog.do-not-reply@ky.gov, which includes the username assigned when you created your account. While a username may be easy to figure out, remembering your password can be much more difficult. But like the process to retrieve your username, retrieving your password doesn't have to stop you in your tracks. Follow these steps to retrieve your password and get you back to work. Simply navigate to the KOG login page and click on the Forgot Password link. Enter your username and the email address tied to the account into the provided fields and click the Submit button. If the username and email address that you entered are a valid combination, then a success message will be displayed and a system-generated email from cog.do-not-reply@ky.gov will be sent to your email inbox with instructions on resetting your password. Clicking the link in the email will take you to the security question verification page in KOG. In order to change your password, you must first answer both of the security questions you assigned when you created your account. click on the Verify Account button. You will be redirected to a page prompting you to designate and confirm a new password. Then click the Change Password button. You will then be returned to the KOG login page where you enter your username or email address and newly created password to log in. We've spoken about organization administrators a little bit throughout this tutorial, but who are they and what do they do? The organization administrator, or org admin for short, is a user responsible for the organization and designated to assist with the user onboarding activities. Org admins send out invitations to organizational users and should contact users prior to sending the initial invitation to participate. Organization administrators are usually supervisors, managers, or program coordinators. There are several features in KOG that an org admin has access to that will facilitate and allow them to allocate and moderate access for their users. These features are unique to org admins, so if you haven't been designated as an org admin, it's your turn to take a short break. In order for the org admin to start adding organizational users, they first have to set up their org admin account. If you have not created a KOG account previously, please follow the instructions we talked about in the creating an account portion of this tutorial. If you have been designated as an org admin, you will receive an organization administrator invitation email from kog.do-not-reply@ky.gov. Click on the link to complete the process. First, log into the KOG login page. After completing validation, you should see the organization management application on your KOG landing page. All management duties, including changing organization details, inviting and managing users, and viewing pending requests, will be done through the organization management application. Just like with other applications, just click on the organization management application to open it. Once the organization management application has been launched, a list of the organizations you are able to manage will be displayed. Click on the Manage button next to the organization you would like to access. Every feature of the organization management application will be accessed using the org admin dashboard. After entering the org admin dashboard, you'll see a screen that will allow you to select the tabs at the top of the window to view the details of the organization, invite users, and see pending invitations. Before your organization can begin to use KOG, you will need to invite users to your organization. You will click on the Invite Users tab to begin the invitation process. To invite an organizational user, you will do one of two things, depending on if the user will need to create an account or if they will already have an account. For those who already have an account, click on the Invite Existing User button to invite a user who already has an account. For those who do not already have an account, enter their first and last name along with their email address. After completing the invitation form or selecting an existing user, you will check the box next to the organization roles that the user should be invited to receive. If the user should be invited as another organization administrator, you will check the box next to that corresponding organization administrator role that the user requires as well, if available. Once the roles are selected, you will click the Send Pending Invitations button to send the invitation and be redirected to the Pending Invitations tab, where you can view the status of the invitations that were sent. Once an organization user has completed the onboarding process, their invitation will be removed from the Pending Invitations tab, and their record will be instead displayed on the Manage Users tab, where you will be able to manage the relationship between the organization user and the organization. If you also require access to the application, you can send an invitation for the necessary roles to yourself. We here at the KOG Help Desk are available to assist you. Please email us if you have any trouble with KOG. We can help get you logged in, assist in forgotten username and password retrieval, help unlock and reset MFA security tokens, or any other onboarding question, just email us at coghelpdesk@ky.gov and we'd be happy to help. Thank you for joining me today, and please join us next time for more tips and insights into the Kentucky Online Gateway.